There was no reply. He turned to look at his parents. They were not there ahead of him. He turned to look on either side. They were not there. He looked behind. There was no sign of them. He couldn't see his parents anywhere in the fair. And he looked all round, but he had no sight of his parents. A full deep cry rose within his dry throat. He was lost in the fair, and he wanted to cry loud, and with a sudden jerk of his body, he ran from where he stood crying in real fear. Can you imagine the situation? Crying in real fear. Mother, father. Tears rolled down from his eyes, hot and fierce. His flushed face was convulsed with fear. Panic stricken, he was in panic now. And he ran to one side first, then to the other, hither and thither, here and there, in all the directions, knowing not where to go. But he wanted to see, he wanted to get his parents. Mother, father, he wailed, he cried, he screamed. His yellow turban came untied, and his clothes became muddy. Having run to and fro in a rage of running fastly for a while, he stood defeated, his cries suppressed into sobs. Means the boy has lost faith. He was crestfallen. He did not get any result and felt bad. Therefore, tried to suppress his tears, which came out as a result of sobs, silent cries. Another way you can say he was heartbroken, depressed, or heavy hearted. At little distances on the green grass, he could see through his filmy eyes men and women talking. People were talking with each other. He tried to look intently, deeply among the patches of bright yellow clothes so that he could see his parents anywhere. But there was no sign of his father and mother among these people. He was crying, he was sobbing, and he couldn't find his parents anywhere, who seemed to laugh and talk just for the sake of laughing and talking. He saw that people in the fair kept on talking with each other and enjoying, but he couldn't see his parents anywhere. He ran quickly again, this time to a shrine, a place of worship, to which people seemed to be crowding, means people were gathered there. Every little inch of space, even the smallest of the place, here was congested with men. The whole place was filled with congregation, but he ran through people's legs, his little sob lingering, and inside he was crying, Mother, Father, please close your eyes for a flash of second and imagine how the child could have been feeling at this point of time. Near the entrance to the temple, however, the crowd became very thick. Men jostled each other, heavy men with flashing, murderous eyes and hefty shoulders. The boy ran towards a temple which was crowded with people. He ran through the legs of men, calling out for his parents. The crowd was pushing each other as he neared the entrance of the temple. The boy got scared of huge, strong men who starred people with their murderous eyes. And murderous eyes mean scary eyes, and pushed them with their strong and big shoulders. The boy could have been crushed under the feet of the men, and had his cries not been heard by a man in the crowd. The poor child struggled to thrust a way between their feet, but knocked to and fro by their brutal movements, cruel movements. Means the people were pushing each other, as I told you. He might have been trampled underfoot had he not shrieked at the highest pitch of his voice, Trampled means crushed. Father, mother, a man in the rising crowd, heard his cry and, stooping with great difficulty, bending, lifted him up in his arms. How did you get here, child? Whose baby are you? The man asked as he steered clear of the mass. Steered clear of the mass means he took him aside and asked about his parents. Mass means public. The child wept more bitterly. He started screaming than ever now and only cried, I want my mother, I want my father, I don't want anyone else. But he kept on repeating the same thing, that he wanted his parents and nothing else. The man tried to soothe him, to calm him, by taking him to the roundabout, the slide. Will you have a ride on the horse? He gently asked as he approached the ring. Now he tried to divert the child's attention from crying, but should the child believe on the stranger? We are always told not to believe on strangers. Now, what the child should do and what he would do, let us see. He gently asked as he approached the ring. The child's throat tore into 1,000 shrill throbs. Now he started crying even more bitterly, and he only shouted, I want my mother, I want my father. Now, when he was with his parents, he was looking at the toys, he was enjoying at the fair, but he didn't ask his parents about anything. He wanted so many things, but still he walked on and on. Now his parents are lost. Now, what does he want? He wants only them and nothing else. What character do you bring out about the boy? What do you think the character of boy is? What kind of nature he has? The man headed towards a place where the snake charmer still played on the flute to the swaying cobra. Swaying means moving to and fro. Listen to that nice music, child, he requested. But the child shut his ears because his parents have stopped him to listen to this music with his fingers, and he shouted his double pitched strain. He did not want anything else. I want my mother, I want my father. The man took him near the balloons, thinking the bright colors of the balloons would distract the child's attention and quieten him. Would you like a rainbow colored balloon? He persuasively asked. Persuasively means he wanted to convince the child. The child turned his eyes from the flying balloons. He did not want the balloons now and just sobbed. I want my mother. I want my father. The man, still trying to make the child happy, bore him to the gate, brought him to the gate where the flower seller sat. Look, can you smell those nice flowers, child? Would you like a garland to put round your neck? Yeah? The child turned his nose away from the basket and reiterated, again started sobbing. I want my mother. I want my father. I don't want anyone else. Thinking to humor his disconsolate charge by gift of sweets, the man took him to the counter of the sweet shop. What sweets would you like, child? He asked. The child turned his face from the sweet shop and only sobbed, I want my mother. I want my father. Here the story ends. Now, does he find his parents? Will he be able to find his parents? Think about it.